Huntley. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you look out to your front, you will see the unique silhouette and hear the distinctive sound that became so familiar to our troops in Afghanistan. It's therefore with enormous pleasure I present to you the 2016 Royal Air Force Chinook display. With over 35 years of service within the RAF, the Chinook has formed the backbone and support helicopter fleet. Since those early days in the Falklands, it has had a series of upgrades and enhancements that still packs a punch with the ability to fly nearly 25 tons. That's the same as 2 double-decker buses. Despite its heavy lift capability, the Chinook offers impressive manoeuvrability. As you're about to see, as Luke takes the aircraft into the roller coaster. Pulling back on the control column or cyclic, Luke brings the aircraft's attitude to 50 degrees nose up, then pushes forward to 50 degrees nose down. The aircraft quickly accelerating to 120 knots before doing it all again. Setting up now for an offset wing over is this year's display captain, Flight Lieutenant Luke Huntley, who, having joined the RAF in 2003, was posted to 27 Squadron in 2008 following flying training. He completed 8 tours in Afghanistan on Operation Herrick and is now a qualified helicopter instructor on 18 Squadron. Another wing over, watch for the pull-up, and then as Luke rolls the cyclic right to complete the turn. The aircraft being flown today is a Mark IV Chinook. It comes from the fleet of 60 aircraft based at RAF Odium in Hampshire. The Mark IV, with its glass cockpit upgrade, is one of 2 Chinook variants being operated in the Air Force today. Luke will now head in for another nose over. On the aircraft today are 3 crew, and joining Luke is Flight Lieutenant Chris Dodd. Chris joined the Air Force in 2006 and arrived on the Chinook Force in 2010. He's completed 5 Op-Herrick tours in Afghanistan, as well as attending many exercises all over the world. Luke will now perform a low-level orbit showing the underside of the aircraft. Keep your eyes peeled for the hooks the Chinook uses to carry underslung loads up to 12 tons. one of the core roles for any helicopter, but the one where the Chinook leaves others behind. It may be big and heavy, but Luke will show now just how quickly the aircraft can be stopped using a nose-down quick stop. Like many of the maneuvers you see today, this one has been developed as a way of operating the aircraft as safely as possible in a high-threat environment. It's now time to say hello to the third crew member today, which is Sergeant Chris Pratt. Chris joined the Air Force in 2009 as a weapons systems operator and joined 27 Squadron. During his time on 27 Squadron, Chris has completed 5 tours in Afghanistan as well as multiple exercises. You can see him now on the ramp with his big orange hand, so wave back, ladies and gents. We normally have 2 crewmen down the back of the aircraft, and their job is to run everything in the cabin and underneath it. Inside the aircraft we can carry 40 fully armed troops, and underneath we carry supplies, vehicles, boats or guns. The crewmen also defend the aircraft with the 2 M134 miniguns or the M60 on the ramp. Listen now as the gearboxes whine as Luke pulls to full power to complete the Gorny. The Gorny was coined in Bosnia, where the Chinooks operated during Operation Grapple. Topping out at 800 feet, the collector is now lowered and spiral descent down to 100 feet. It's manoeuvres like this that have been used in combat zones over the past 35 years, and the Chinook force continues to carry out UK defence missions and tasks every day of the year all over the world. RAF Odium is home to number 7, 18 and 27 Squadron, all operating the Chinook. Supporting these squadrons we have a huge number of personnel, from engineers to chefs, logisticians and RAF regiment troops, working to ensure that the complex and capable Chinooks and their crews can keep operating wherever they are tasked all over the world. On the left now you will see carry out a flat 270-degree turn to attack Kraus Centre. The turn will finish with a nose-down quick stop. This will give the crew chance to give a final wave goodbye. Give Chris a big wave on the ramps, ladies and gents. To our right, you'll see Flight Lieutenant Chris Dodd waving from the co-pilot's window. This brings us to the end of the Royal Air Force Chinook display. It's been a complete privilege display here at the National Armed Forces Day in Cleethorpes. We hope you enjoyed what the Chinook has to offer.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our thanks.